Buzz, how happy are you for this group getting the 9 seed in the NCAA Tournament?
It was such a genuine feeling by our guys. So emotional, very raw, very transparent. Really lifetime memory to be able to see that. We're excited. We're thankful. It's been a crazy last 5.5 weeks. Thankful for their resiliency, their resolve, and excited to be able to keep playing.
Buzz, you always talk about being grateful for all of it. That's grateful for November, December, January, February, and March, isn't it?
So this would be, we walked through this last week before we left. This will be week 29 since we started work the week of Labor Day. And so 9 weeks of work in preseason, 8 weeks of work in non-conference, 10 weeks of work in the SEC, and then obviously the conference tournament this past week. To be able to keep going after all of the good things, after all of the bad things, we are grateful. And the connectedness that our group has, our players, our coaches, coach to player, player to coach, support staff, it's just been a once-in-a-lifetime deal and something we'll always remember.
Buzz, I always ask you, teams shouldn't be the same in March than they were in November. This team, you talk about that connectivity, they seem to be playing their best basketball.
Yeah, I don't mean that arrogantly, but I do agree. I think who we were even a month ago is not who we are now on either side of the ball. And hopefully we can be a little bit better since we don't play until Friday. Maybe we can figure out a way to get a little better between now and then, because I think there's been a crescendo to how we've played, particularly this month, and maybe we can keep that going a little bit, which is required at this time of the year.
Take me through the emotions that you and this team felt when you saw Tyrece A&M's name pop up.
There was a lot of emotion in the room, I think, from every mom, every dad, every coach, to every player. There was a ton of emotion in the room. I think everybody has made sacrifices over this year of some sort, of something, whether it be school, whether it be time, whether it be spending time away from kids or family members. Everybody's had to sacrifices, to see it pay off, and us to get that, that 9 seed really meant a lot to everybody in this room.
Do you feel validated by what you did for all season, the conference, and the SEC tournament?
100%. I think, our schedule this year was a very hard schedule. I think it challenged everybody, every coach, every player, mentally, physically, for us to play our best basketball day in, day out. And so I think, to see it rewarded, and see that the NCAA rewarded us and given us a 9 seed after we've had a couple games slip away of us, after we've had a couple big wins. And so I think, we're super excited, we're very blessed and very humbled to be able to play.
Henry, no team should be the same in March than they were in November. Have you seen this team get better, and are they playing their best basketball?
I think our best basketball is still yet to come. I think, we're still figuring some stuff out. I think over the last, 3 or 4 weeks, we figured out some things that can really contribute and help us to winning. But I still think, there's a lot to still figure out. And so we're super excited. We know we still have a lot of work to do. Getting a big bid is not just an automatic win. And so, we have a great team coming up in Nebraska. And so we're super, excited to play. But we know there's a lot of work for us to do and to handle.
And at this time of year, some teams they're going away, they're breaking up. This team gets to stay together. There's something special here, isn't there?
Yeah, there is something special. It's our culture. I think that is a pillar of our program. It's not basketball. It's not the the external things. It's culture. And so whether a coach is helping us become better men, better basketball players, better people, the culture of our program is always to go out there and be the best people we are. And I think what's transpired over the last couple of weeks shows that we're not just great basketball players, but our character has risen to a certain level for us to play great basketball. And so, I'm super thankful for Coach and the coaching staff and the unbelievable job, but also thankful for the guys who hold each other accountable each and every day within the locker room.
Gooch, you see Texas A&M's name come up at number 9. It came early. It seemed like it was emotional. Was it emotional for this team?
Yes, it was emotional. A couple of my teammates were dropping tears, and you could just see the excitement on everybody's face to just be playing and getting ready to play late on this month.
Boots, does it validate the non-conference that this team played, the conference going 900, and then doing 500, excuse me, 9-9, and then what you did in the NCAA Tournament, beating Ole Miss and Kentucky?
I mean, all we did was just keep fighting, you know, and just trying to show the world that we're one of those teams. We're just trying to compete and bring home a championship.
Boots Buzz talks about the connectivity. Does that connectivity get tighter because they played without you at times, without Henry at times, without Solo? Does that help this team grow as well to get to this moment?
Yeah, I think the adversity that we went through this season is what really connected us. You know, me being out early in the season and Henry also being out. I mean, we have like depth in this roster, so my teammates stepped up and played big minutes and was able to pull out some wins. But I think that most definitely helped us later on in the season.
You get to keep playing. I think more importantly, this team gets to stay together. There's something special here, isn't there?
Yeah, I do think there's something really special here. It just shows the culture we play with and what we live in, you know. And
one more. This is the time to be playing your best basketball. Is A&M playing its best basketball right now?
I think so. I think right now we're playing the most together we have ever played this season, and I think we have a lot to go.